Hello, I'm Thor Inoa, and I'm going to talk to you about how to create better attorney resumes and cover letters based on my experience as an attorney hiring director for one of the largest law firms in the state. I'm the Director of Attorney Recruiting for the Illinois Attorney General. We're an office of nearly 500 attorneys across the state, and one of my responsibilities is to review the thousands of applications that we receive. Law firms and other legal organizations are looking for just 6 traits that make a successful attorney. Here they are in no particular order: communication, ability to work with others, organization, focus, decision-making, and dedication. These are important and bear repeating. Communication, ability to work with others, organization, focus, decision-making, and dedication. When I talk about communication, I'm talking about oral advocacy and legal research and writing. Ability to work with others includes not only teamwork and the ability to get along with opposing counsel, court staff, etc., it also means the ability to lead others and take instruction. Organization includes time management and the ability to multitask. Focus includes efficiency and the ability to pay attention to detail. Decision-making is the ability to analyze an issue or concern and also have the judgment to come to the right decision on how to deal with it. And finally, we have dedication. This is work ethic and dedication to an organization or cause. This is particularly important as employers are trying to gauge whether or not you will stick around long enough to be worth the investment. Even though there are only these 6 traits, postings often say they want someone with particular experience, like taking depositions. But a person could take hundreds of depositions and still be horrible at them. They don't simply want someone who has done them. They want someone who's good at them. To take a deposition well, you need strong communication skills, the ability to work with others to get the deposition done, organization, focus, decision-making, and likely work ethic. Even if you don't have the specific experience, don't screen yourself out of the job. You don't know what the reality is for that employer. Maybe they haven't received any good applications and you would have been the best. You just don't know. Instead, highlight the 6 traits in your resume and cover letter and let the employer decide if you're a good fit. I'm also a firm believer that your application should be couched in terms of accomplishments rather than responsibilities. Again, this goes back to my point. You may have been responsible for taking hundreds of depositions and still not be any good at it. There is a very minor but important difference between took over 20 depositions and prepared and performed over 20 depositions to successfully defend against summary judgment and ultimately reach appropriate settlement. Always keep in mind that your application, your resume and cover letter are sales documents. You're pitching yourself to this employer. It's not a time to be modest or self-deprecating. Approach it with the confidence that you are the best person for this job, and they can stop looking now. You must be honest, but it's not a time to point out the flaws of your qualifications and experience. Also, look at every choice, whether it's font, language, or formatting. How does this choice make it more likely that you will get this job? If you can't answer that question, then it's probably the wrong choice. And don't be wedded to what other people might have done. People might bold the name of the employers on their resume. But is that really what you should be highlighting? Maybe the title of your position is more important and should be bold in the start of each paragraph. Also, instead of associate attorney, would it be better to say employment litigation attorney? Why does it have to be your actual title? I'm not aware of any rule book that requires it, and it would be much more helpful to me as an employer to know what kind of attorney you were than know what your specific title was. And when it comes to cover letters, the attention of the reader is a scarce commodity. Keep it tight. In my experience, the best cover letters are no more than 12 sentences and start with a good hook. Instead of "to whom it may concern, my name is Bob Ross and I'm applying for the position of attorney with your organization," try to send it to someone particular and try to say something more interesting to the reader. Mr. Inouye, ever since my grandmother was the victim of financial fraud, I've been waiting for the opportunity like the one in your Elder Abuse Consumer Fraud Bureau. Also, don't just regurgitate your resume. Let your resume do its job. Instead, the body of your cover letter should focus on the experience that demonstrates the 6 traits and your resulting success. Instead of, I have drafted motions for summary judgment, say something like, I have been able to leverage my legal research and writing skills to draft several successful dispositive motions. And finally, because writing samples are often edited by supervisors or professors, they don't always accurately reflect a person's writing skills. As a result, employers will often rely on resumes and cover letters to assess writing ability. Proofread early and often, and have as many eyes on them as possible. I hope that this information is helpful, and I wish you all the best of luck in your legal careers.